morning and welcome to episode 1464 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, May 17th, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Everything you need to know in 40-ish minutes or less. But if you need more, go to patreon.com/hardfactor. Today, Mark's got some gallows humor to kick us off.
That's right. Why the glum face? Hang in there, buddy. That's a little executioner joke.
Right.
Hey, look at Mr. Popular. Everyone showed up for your big day, referring to the crowd of people cheering for your death and throwing tomatoes and heads of lettuce at you, right?
Yeah, it's you're the funny executioner today.
Yeah.
So you got to watch out.
Don't you think we'd all be there throwing lettuce and tomatoes back in the day?
Oh, I'd be the king of gallows humor. We'd all be yucking it up.
Potentially,
Spitting on the person walking by.
You never know until you're put in the situation.
Shouldn't have been a witch. You know?
I thought you were my buddy.
Yeah. I mean, everybody, I'm sure, thought they wouldn't be Nazis, and then look where they went with that. You know, but you have to watch out, Mark, with the the executioner hoods, because Kanye tried that, and just beware.
I just got my party hat on, so
right. Yeah. Fantastic. Can't wait. Wes has a Thai sex scandal to tell us about.
Yeah, this is it's about a month old, but it's developing now. And if this happened in the United States, I mean, it's already shocking Thailand, but boy, oh boy, if this happened in the US, it would be news for months.
Okay.
Sex scandal that makes the news as bad in Thailand is definitely bad.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one.
Yeah. Got a high threshold for sex scandals. I've got when being a crossbow guy goes wrong, which is typically almost every time, but in this case, it went really wrong. And then Pat's got AI Russian ladies.
That's right. They're super Russian, and they speak fluent Mandarin, and they're ready to get a traditional role just for you if you're a Chinese man.
I Reiki.
Sounds hot.
Yeah. Nice.
Steamy.
That's a big show. It's a big show today. Okay.
Yeah. Sizzling. Yeah. Hot. Yeah. Fantastic. Let's go.
All right. I'm going to do it. Fine. Before I get into my main story today, I wanted to mention that big Hollywood actors like Liam Neeson and Sharon Stone and others like Stephen Fry, the writer, are calling for the return of Kevin Spacey to acting. They want him back.
Finally, you know?
Yeah. Bring him back, they say. I'd probably sit that one out, but that's
sure
okay.
He likes boys, but he's a great actor, you know?
What do you mean that's calling for him? They're proactively saying let's bring him back.
Yes, they said we want it. They said they want him back in Hollywood. Sharon Stone said he's a tremendous actor, he's a genius, and we need him back in our craft. Let's get him back now. They're like actively calling for him. They said stop hating him. We want him back.
Italy started the trend by giving him the Lifetime Achievement Award.
What did Anthony Rapp say? Did Anthony Rapp have anything to say about it?
I don't know. A lot of people said they want him back. I didn't see.
Right. Did they quiz all of his young male co-stars that he's been in movies with from over the years, or did they?
I don't think
those
so.
Guys out of the convo.
But you know what? The more I think about it, I'm going to say I'm with them, and here's why. We know Kevin Spacey is going to bang teenage waiters like Anthony Rapp after aggressively courting them and coercing them to his house or hotel room. And we know he's going to bang young, aspiring male actors like Anthony Rapp that he lords over in theaters that he runs or movies he produces. That's happening whether he acts or not. And for some reason, the UK can't.
Great point.
Yeah, exactly. And for some reason, the UK can't convict him. They're like 0 for 3 in court cases against him. And like Will said, Italy's going to continue to give him weekend events and Lifetime Achievement Awards.
They celebrate his entire catalog in Italy.
Right.
It's
so
incredible.
If this is going to happen and he's going to get away with it, put his ass back to work because he is a hell of an actor.
He's more likely to get away with it when he's not in the spotlight, probably, right? I mean,
well, again, if he's like a producer of a movie, unless everyone in the movie's over 50.
I feel like it's the power that mostly allowed him to do his sexual pressure towards underlings and whatnot. It seems like it, at least.
They're not like rolling him out the set in the Hannibal Lecter suit, in and out. He's got free reign when he's on set.
I mean, you can't mess with his creative process, and sometimes that includes Anthony Rapp.
Right.
I hope to see him on the big screen again one day. Very soon.
I mean, have you seen American Beauty, The Usual Suspects, Seven, or House of Cards?
Oh, he's a great actor.
Great. Life of David.
Great.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I like the life. There we go.
Interesting film. That depraved borderline pedo is a phenomenal actor. He might be better at acting than ruining young men's lives. It's close.
That's a toss-up.
Yep.
That might be the poll today.
Mm.
You see better at. But let's get on to the move. Let's move on to the Algerian man that was kidnapped and chained and caged up in his neighbor's basement for the past 26 years.
Well, that's a lot of years to be in a basement.
Yeah,
26.
Looks healthy for that long in a basement.
Does he? He looks. That's Omar Ben Omran, and that is the face of a man who has just been rescued after spending 26 years in a sheep pen in a basement. He's probably
Hey, Omar,
like,
where you been?
yeah. Well, look how confused he is. He's probably like, is this just another trick? The captors organized several fake rescues over the past 26 years, only to say, just fucking kidding. You're still kidnapped. Back to the sheep's pen, sheep boy.
Oof.
Yeah.
26 years.
I think his beard would be a little longer for 26 years in the basement, but
I think that they trimmed it up for him.
They obviously shorn him like a sheep every once in a while.
Exactly. The sheep boy gets shorn. Yeah.
time for your shorning.
Yeah. So pretty fucked up. Ben Omran left his house at the age of 17 to go to vocational school, and he never returned.
17, huh?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
Yeah, I think he did go to school for a couple years, but the captor got him when he was like 19 because I'm doing the math. He's 45 now, 26 years. Oh,
So he was captured as a 19-year-old man.
That's right. Well,
Okay.
yeah. Now, pretty much everyone thought he died in the civil war between the Algerian government and Islamist rebels that was going on during this time.
Mhm.
But turns out he was just 100 yards from his home.
This brings me back to
God, dude,
a neighbor.
the Renner thing where they kept saying nephew.
Yeah.
I don't know if kidnapping is a proper term here.
Ooh, you think he wanted to be sheep boy? Wow.
I just don't like the word. I don't like the word kidnapped for a 19-year-old.
Man napped.
Yeah, they napped.
Right.
Abducted.
Stop saying
right.
kidnapped.
Yeah, I mean, women get kidnapped, right? Like,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it just come on.
yeah, he was
Right.
just
No,
like-
it's still a kidnapping, but yes, Wes, it cheapens it when it's a 19-year-old dude. Like you'd think most 19-year-old dudes would be like the last target of a
Right.
kidnapper, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're typically pretty hard to wrangle for anybody.
the exact age Kevin Spacey's looking for. But yeah, he was just 100
A little
yards
younger, I feel,
from his
but, you know,
home.
not-
Well, he likes 19. He likes 19. He likes them to be legal but look younger. Will Spacey's,
Oh,
that's
right.
why he keeps getting away with it. Yeah, he was just 100 yards from his home, an older man who was a civil servant's basement, and amazingly, he was rescued in this tiny trapdoor sheep pen. There's haystacks around him. They open the trapdoor, and out pops Ben Omran, being like, "Hello."
I can see why he was kidnapped. He's a good-looking 19-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Why'd you
yeah.
take him?
And how many people got him? Like, I mean, so
Look
this is
it up, huh?
100 yards away from his
Got
real
him.
house. So
Well, it was at least the old man who was at the time, I think, probably like 35. Now he's 61, the captor. So he was in his 30s. He kidnaps this teenager. Here, this isn't great. Good thing he was rescued, but this isn't great. His mother was the only person basically in the world that thought he was still alive, and she never gave up hope, never gave up searching for him. But she died before he was rescued. She's dead. So
She died 11 years ago.
never got to find out. Yeah. Halfway through the kidnapping, she
That's
died.
tough. And he's the hottest 19-year-old in that village, that's for sure.
no, but this was after they immigrated, right?
Well, they live in Algeria.
Okay.
This is an Algerian story, so I think they just lived there, and like he was going to vocational school in Algeria, and he didn't come home, and everyone's like, he probably died in the war, and she's like, no, he's alive, and no one thought he was in a basement next door.
Just 100 yards away.
Yeah. He was found after the sick fuck kidnapper's brother tipped off authorities after he got mad at his brother over an inheritance dispute. So he's like, the greedy fuck has a sheep boy. Go arrest him so I can get my inheritance.
Check his basement.
Yeah, it's not those sheeps down there, if you know what I mean. You know,
Kind of incriminated himself on that one, too.
he actually posted it online. I'm lying. He didn't even go to police. He just blasted his brother for being a kidnapper online over the inheritance. He's like, yeah, oh, you're going to get all the family's money, you sheep boy motherfucker.
That's tough, man.
I've known for 20 years you have a kid in your basement.
Exactly. I mean, he kind of implicated himself. And this is, yeah.
Is this like a city setting? Like I'm like struggling to understand.
Yeah, it's like
Algeria.
Think like stone houses.
Probably more
Yeah,
like that.
metropolitan Nigeria.
Well,
Eric,
yeah, because it's all desert. It's all desert, Pat. You can only live on the coast.
Well, I said neighbor. It's 100 yards away. They don't have many neighbors. It's in the Delfjun region, Eric, if you want to look it up. On the old I think like DELFJUN, something like that. Look up where those guys' neighborhood is. But yeah, so he posted online, and then people were like, is he what? And then like, because it's a small neighborhood, people were like, fucking the civil servant that like donates food to the locals he has a fucking kid in his basement. And so then the family of this abductee Ben Omran went to the police, and then they went down, searched the house, opened a trap door, found him in a sheep pen.
Dude, how do you not? I mean, 26 years.
Stinks.
Like,
Mark, there's a part
you
of
got
the
it.
story.
You got it. Aren't you going to pick a time when you can get out in 26 years?
Well, see, Will, I asked that to the group chat yesterday, right? I said, so now this guy's 45, Ben Omran, the guy who's rescued. He did not escape once in 26 years. So I asked that in the group chat because it's only like one male captor, and he's getting like elderly at this point. And you're like, I guess that sounds like the brother might have played a role in keeping him down there a little bit too. But it turns out my query and your query is not only insensitive, but on point, because the police asked him the same thing. And he said he could not escape because his captors, plural, placed a spell on him.
Right.
So, yeah. Okay. So there you go. Okay.
A non screaming for help spell.
Yeah. So it sounds like the sick bastard kidnapped the right guy.
The spell really worked, huh? 26 years.
He's like, I can't believe this. He thinks he can't get out. Just the worst story.
He won't make a peep. It's great.
He can only communicate as a sheep. The Delft judge.
Yeah. So it's like so like what's saying, like a stone, like a concrete building where your neighbors all live in the same kind of concrete building on the same street.
Yeah. Not good.
I was thinking it was more villagey than even that. But
no, they have to be cities because it's like deserts, like they can't like just survive out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, they got nomads.
I mean, but you can't be buried in a hole with a nomad family. I mean, they're moving across the desert. You know what I mean?
I'll be right to work at my civil service job. I just have to shear the sheep, boy. Just the worst story imaginable. Been on a bit of a demon mode this week with my story selections. Bring back Kevin Spacey, baby. Oh, wait. One more piece of information from the story I forgot to mention. Ben Omran, the kidnappee, had a beloved pet dog.
Oh, yeah. This is fucked up. Yeah.
That you can see here. They were inseparable. And the dog knew Ben Omran had been taken into the home or went into the home of this kidnapper. So it lingered around the home, waiting for its owner for about a month, just kind of whining. And obviously that's no good for the kidnapper, right? Can't have this dog alerting everyone that, hey, wait, isn't that the hot 19-year-old's dog?
Yeah, that's bad.
That's not good. So he killed the dog, obviously.
Right.
To get it out of there.
Probably sheared it first.
Yeah.
They didn't ask to go inside and search when the dog was there for a month before.
No, this town really let this kid down. I can see
Escaped
why.
Everybody, huh?
I think the spell was a I hate everyone spell. That
it was a dumb spell.
They have powerful spells in Algeria. That's what I'm learning from this story.
Don't know much about them. I know about the spells.
Yeah.
Get them on my behavior over there.
Yeah.
Don't want to get to put a spell on me.
Listen, it's gallows humor, right? I didn't kidnap him. The civil worker did. I didn't kill the dog. I rescued a dog. All right. Sorry, there wasn't a story today about a magical unicorn that flew around the globe and worked out ceasefires and made everyone come gold. I looked.
Hey, in the end, he got free, right, Mark? It is a feel-good story.
Yeah,
he's out free now.
He's told. Look, he's going to be fine.
Surely he won't.
He's going to be fine.
He won't be put on another spell.
Yeah,
I'm sure the mental health therapy programs over in Algeria are top-notch.
Yeah, the get over it programs. Get up 26 years, you pussy. You never escaped once.
Well, no, he has to live in public with everybody knowing that he thought he was under a spell for 26 years, so he stayed in a basement.
It's like tough for him.
It
might kill him for being a witch.
Yeah, look, everyone, just chill out, okay? Let's reset and chill out. with a delicious 100% pure nicotine, it's a nicotine tobacco free 100%
That's what
pure
it is.
pouch from Lucy. Okay, all right, let's pop one of those in. All right,
Yeah.
okay, there you
Got
go.
one in right now.
Lucy's the best
Beautiful.
nicotine pouch in the world.
Beautiful.
You can choose
Lucy's.
from you can choose from strengths from 2 milligrams all the way up to the dirty dog 12 milligram pouches.
Mango 12s.
There you go. I got the breaker 8s. They have pouches, breakers, and gum. They have flavor selections like mint, apple ice, espresso, mango, and more. Save yourself from the weekly gas station stop and sign up for a monthly subscription for an extra 15% off each month. Hey, yo, no commitment. You can cancel anytime. I prefer the 8 milligram breakers for that extra pop of flavor. And boy, oh boy, am I glad Lucy hooked up with us because they are the best. I had a Lucy in the whole time I was researching and writing those heinous stories today. Really helped me get through the task.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say you had one in before that and you just double stacked to a 16.
Yeah. This story. Don't believe me? Just check out their customer reviews, which let's just say are favorable. They're pretty good. And you know what? Let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/hardfactor and use promo code hardfactor to get 20% off your first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. That's lucy.co/hardfactor and use code hardfactor to get 20% off and always free shipping. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine's addictive.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them Hard Factor sent you.
Down here with the boys.
Live comment from Tiller. Not paying rent sounds fantastic.
That's true.
Yeah.
But was
Maybe
he
that was
earning?
no.
Was he earning any money as the sheep boy?
No, he's earning trauma.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Am I up second?
Yeah.
Are
Okay.
You are now.
I am now. Guys, imagine this, okay? Our good friend Nancy Mace.
You wearing the same shirt?
From Florida Man Friday, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought it was 2 days in a row. All right. My bad.
No.
That's on me.
Shows run
You
together.
fucking bum.
That's on me. I thought you were just disgusting.
God forbid.
You never change, Wes?
No, I change just because of Mark sometimes.
When did you shower last? Wes?
Fucking freak.
You don't want to see
You
how
dirty
many
piece of
times-
shit.
If Mark could see my shorts, we'd have a problem.
Your cum stained shorts.
Third wear on those, huh?
At least. So imagine Nancy Mace, good friend of the show. She and her husband, religious, probably. They take in a struggling priest. Okay, and I believe Nancy's a woman of God. So she says to her husband, "Hey, this young priest, he's 24 years old. He's really struggling. He's not sure if he wants to, what he wants to do. I think God is telling us to take him into our home and adopt him." But
Sure.
then one day, Nancy's husband comes home, and Nancy and the priest are in the bed together. Can you imagine what a sensational news story that would be for
Yes.
the United States? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
big.
Picturing it right now.
Pretty good. Well, it happened in Thailand. Let's go there. This is 45-year-old politician. Where is she? Right there. Prapaporn Choiwadko. Okay. She's a member of the Democrat Party over there.
What'd you say her name was?
Yeah. What's the first name?
Prapaporn. Yeah. Prapaporn
Proper
Choiwadko.
porn.
Yeah.
Choose a Wadco.
Choiwadko.
Okay.
CHOEIWADKOH.
Proper porn chode sucker.
Yeah, Prapaporn Choiwadko. Anyway, she's a politician in Thailand, and I guess she is also very religious. So this monk, this 24-year-old monk, was down on his luck. Where is he? Here he is. And she convinced his her 64-year-old husband to adopt the monk and let them live in their home. And it didn't take long for that monk to get them draws.
Yeah,
That's
he reached nirvana, if you know what I mean.
That showed us the monk's picture of the 24-year-old. That's a strapping young monk. I mean, I don't think Thai dudes are normally that big. And this dude, you could see the traps. I mean, you could see the musculature on the back and the neck there.
Yeah.
He's a strapping young monk.
Bit of a mismatch.
Yeah, but Pat, think about it. Like her husband has
64.
absolutely nothing on a monk. Like those guys are so thoughtful.
You're right. I mean,
spiritual.
she who looks like she could model and probably has, and he who looks like a guy who's pretending to be a monk but was playing video games.
I'm telling you though, look at those shoulders. I bet that stands out in Thailand. I bet
Okay.
there's not too many monks are rocking.
He's the biggest monk in Thailand.
Yeah,
I'm not a woman, but I imagine reaching the highest level of spirituality you possibly can is attractive. You
yeah.
know?
He's got boulders for shoulders, and he's rocking the monk robe. I mean, he's moving in.
Nobody's a better listener than a monk, which women love.
And they love to talk. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
true.
They be talking.
And they're not supposed to fuck you because they take a vow of celibacy.
Yeah,
But
it's like a
boy, oh
risk,
boy,
yeah.
did this guy.
Yeah.
So the husband T started getting suspicious of his wife. He said that she would constantly visit the monk's cabin. He would then knock at the door without getting a reply, and his wife would emerge and say they were deep in prayer.
Oh,
in
no.
there. Yeah.
Really having a religious breakthrough in here, hon. I'd love to, but
He was deep in her.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah. Was
You know
that what
what I
all the
mean?
screaming was about? The prayer?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So one day, T was away on business, I guess, and he got suspicious because his wife wasn't answering her phone. He drove 5.5 hours from Bangkok to where they lived, and here's the video that he took when he entered the house.
Ooh.
He's walking through the house, can't hear
No
anything.
monkey business.
He's like, "Oh, I know she here. I know she in here with that monk."
It's dark.
มีความสุขกันดีใช่ไหม
Oh, he found him.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
they're boning. Yeah.
Both
Oh,
butt
he's-
naked.
oh my God,
Totally
sideways
knew
banging.
ใช่ไหม
I
Finding
don't know if you can even
Nirvana.
show this. Is this blurred?
No, it was
Yeah.
blurred. It was blurred.
Dude, he had her on her side.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a nice move. I mean, he's got.
Yeah.
He's a man of feelings. A monk.
man, this is a.
Monk
I forget
style.
what story we did about the guy who got busted. It was the guy in England. The guy in England who was a cop, and his wife was a cop, and he followed her and she was banging her partner, and then like her partner and the guy, she and her partner who were fucking, they started kicking the husband's ass.
Yeah, they were having sex at like
Yeah.
a shop called like the Wank Store or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was very surprised by that story because I was like, man, insult to injury, right? But this is kind of what happened here too. Like she starts coming at him.
And the monk.
He saw
I guess-
she saw the camera, and she
Saw the
knew being a
camera.
politician that
Which is
she
the
was,
same thing Pat's talking about. They beat him up over the camera because he was taking
Right.
the
Yeah. I
video.
mean,
like, get
you
you
know
know
it's
get his
already
camera,
over.
get that cock's camera.
exactly. You've been caught.
Didn't have to have beers with him afterwards.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Been caught. The jig is up.
you can't understand what T is saying, obviously, but in his yelling in Thai, he's saying, "Are you two very happy? Are you two very happy?" That's what he was saying.
they were.
And then the monk said, "I was until you put that fucking camera in my face while I was fucking your wife, and now I'm gonna fuck you up."
yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
T actually blames the monk for seducing his wife.
He's a regular sheep boy over here.
Yeah, and the wife
The
after
wife
getting
had
found.
no desire, huh? No.
Yeah, well, so Propa Porn says that after she got caught and this went viral in China and elsewhere, she said, quote, she told the media, quote, "We didn't have sex then. Nothing happened. It's not what it looks like in the video. He had some problems. So we were
Not
just
exactly what it looks
so
like.
we were just talking together and then we were going to shower." So just
Yeah.
I chant best in the nude.
that was
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to talk in the bed, laying, her
Yeah.
back to your front, and then you talk for a few minutes, and then you take a shower.
I mean, I've seen literal porns less sexy than that. They were fucking.
Yeah, they were fucking big time. I came across an Instagram account that is this. It's like real people getting busted cheating, kind of like cheaters, but real.
Yeah.
I really hope there's more of these. These are awesome.
Oh, I love busted cheating.
Oh yeah,
videos. Cheaters is one of the best shows of all time.
Yeah,
But
but
Cheaters
some of
is
some
made
of
up. I
them,
feel
some
like
of them are most of those are
some of
staged.
them,
yeah.
yeah.
Some I
They
think it's
definitely
probably
just-
started real, but most of them are staged. Yeah.
definitely deserve to get caught. But if you are the one catching the cheaters and you come in phone blazing, you might get swung on. Like that's just the rules of
Yeah, the human
That's like a
reaction is
stab.
usually
Yeah.
that there's just gonna be a fight. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Like you got to expect that. You got to be bowed up going in. You need to be fucking ready to
Yeah.
take.
Okay,
out
I'm
that
ready to fuck up
motherfucker.
Monk.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. You got to be ready to punch that monk right in the fucking face.
The
Is
other
that kind of the
stage-
best case scenario that your lady's banging a monk and
That's
you're
the
going to
worst
catch her?
case
'Cause
scenario.
it's Well, it's like when I got into a car accident one time,
Harder to hit him.
totaled my car, and every time you get in a car accident, you gotta like watch yourself because some good chance someone comes out swinging, super pissed off, and it was my herbalist from Whole Foods, Fawn. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, "This is great. No chance of violence here." Same deal when your lady's banging a monk, kind of, right?
I mean, but it's the worst case scenario for banging. Maybe the altercation's not bad, but banging
Because
because
he's good
like,
at it.
oh yeah, I mean, outside of Sting fucking your wife, who's going to last longer than a monk who has total control over like their mind? Yeah.
Now, when you walk into the lion's den, it doesn't matter if it's a fucking monk or whoever. You got to be ready to throw the fuck down.
Yeah.
Question from Alex Jansen in the live chat. What do you think he listened to on that 5-hour trip home?
Probably Tony Robbins.
Tires on asphalt.
Yeah, yeah. The sound of his lighter lighting cigarette after cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think his mind was doing the talking.
Yeah. So anyway, to close it out, Prahama was the monk's name, and he has left monkhood now. She's been suspended from the Democratic Party. She never really held an official position, but she was very active in the party's affairs, I guess.
She held a couple positions.
Yeah.
I saw at least one position.
Yeah.
He's gone into hiding, and Buddhist monks in
back
Thailand.
to being a fucking monk.
No. He left monkhood.
He went back up the hill.
He's left society. Okay.
He's
We're
definitely
not-
going to
You can't call him.
No, you can't find him. You're not allowed to be alone
Mum's the word with that guy. He's not talking.
in
He's
private
really-
with a female.
Yeah. Gone back to being just a monk.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. He just has to join a new monkery.
Right.
What's it called? What do they call
A monastery.
Monastery.
Honestly,
There it
that's
is.
tough. That's really tough.
Yeah, stuff.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's a loser in that one. Except
Nickname is also Madam
That's
Pie.
monk.
With a monk, bro.
What's her nickname?
I mean, the monk still lost his monkship. That's pretty
Madam
tough.
Pie.
I don't think he was cut out for monkhood. Will.
She's fine, dude. Did
Yeah.
you see this guy?
I mean, it's the best he's ever going to do. Yeah, I agree. Pat.
I mean, he had her every which way while the husband was 5 hours away. The monk
He's going to be
wins.
reliving those moments in his
Yeah.
mind. Yeah, I mean, he got a lot of spank bank
She
material.
never thought he was going to drive 5.5 hours.
There's no chance.
Don't worry, he's 5.5 hours away. No way he drives home.
Oh, man. Oh no.
That's fantastic.
Oh god.
All right. Well, let's move it on to when being a crossbow guy goes wrong. And we've covered a lot on this show many times, okay? Crossbow guys can sometimes be the worst. There's a lot of crossbow murders out there. It's a very weird weapon in general. You just got to give a crossbow guy a wide berth a lot of times when you see him out in the wild. You know, they all think they're like Van Helsing, the vampire slayer or something like that.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like you have a certain mindset when you're a crossbow guy.
Yeah, you're an asshole if you're not handicapped.
Many feel this way. Pop quiz, who's the only definitely cool crossbow user out there?
What's
Van Helsing.
our boy, Nevada boy? Isn't no, that's I'm thinking of the Marvel guy, Redder.
Chewbacca,
Oh,
okay?
Chewbacca.
Oh,
And he calls it a bolt caster, bow caster. It's a laser. It's not even real at all. He's not real at all. There's no cool crossbow people, actually.
trick
That was
question.
a trick question, okay? Anyway,
Yeah. Wait, was that the noise the monk was making in bed?
Yeah.
he did have a chewy vibe to him.
My husband's calling. We have about 5 hours and 20 minutes left.
Anyways, guys, sometimes being a crossbow guy goes even worse than just being a crossbow guy in general. Like for Winston Hart here.
Oh my
oh.
god. What happened to this guy?
Describe Winston's most recent mugshot for the
I'm-
listeners, guys.
Never in my life seen a man post beating that bad.
Ooh,
Like
yeah.
that's the worst, save for death, post beating photo I've ever seen in my life. He's beat
pretty
so
bad.
badly.
What about the
He
one
was
guy?
beat so bad.
Remember the one guy that got beat when he was caught with the guy's daughter, and they beat the shit out of him. He was like a young, I think he was like a young Asian guy, and oh my god, Eric, you gotta find that
Similar.
photo.
That
Similar
guy was
beatdown.
beaten to a pulp.
Exactly. Just had the tar beat out of him, the dog shit beat out of him. Yeah. So you might be wondering why, right? Why do you get fucked up that bad, Winston Hart? right?
I will.
You might be asking yourself that. I'll get into that in a second, and you better believe it involves a crossbow for sure. But first, let's take a walk down Winston Hart memory lane, shall we? You want to do that first instead?
Yes, I want to know everything.
Wait, Will,
possible
can I
about this
can I
guy.
show this picture of this guy? This particular. Hang on one second. This
Yes,
is the guy
please.
that got caught with the dude's daughter, and this is the mugshot after the dad annihilated him.
Yeah. Oh, that guy's fucked up a little.
Made him into a cartoon.
Who's
Made him
worse
into
off?
an illustration.
I think that guy's
That
worse
guy
off.
wins.
Yeah, that guy wins. Winston's face is still relatively straight. This guy's face got turned sideways. Yeah.
They beat him so bad.
Well,
For good reason, right?
Yo,
when you fuck
great
around,
reason.
Oh
when
yeah.
you fuck around, you find out sometimes. And so we're taking the walk down Winston memory lane. Here's Winston Hart in the summer of 2019. Okay, fresh faced at 31, with only one noticeable cheek scar at the time. Winston had just moved to Joliet, Illinois from San Clemente, California. And on this occasion, for this mugshot, he was arrested for shattering all the glass at the local library there in Shorewood, Illinois, and then, quote unquote, taking control of the Pepsi machines inside the library. So just some vandalism, goofing off for up to like $100 grand, theft and damage felony charge there back in 2019.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so that's
trying to paint the picture. He looks like a cross between this one childhood actor. I can't put my finger on his name or what movie he's in, and the guy who sells Tim A drugs in the steroid South Park episode.
Mhm.
yes.
He looks like a senior in high school that targets exclusively freshmen to sleep with.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely, Pat.
Well,
Oh, for sure.
the other ones are wiser not to mess with them. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, everybody's heard about Winston. Well, that's a way to introduce yourself to the community. You move in, and the first thing you do is just fucking destroy the local library. That's got to be fun for all the locals there
Yeah.
when you come in from out of town. And now here he is again in 2024, a little cleaned up at the jail for this most recent crime, where Winston stayed until Wednesday, and then he's due back on court in court on May 28th, because at 6 p.m. this last Saturday, at a house in Illinois where somebody allegedly owed Winston Hart money, okay, he naturally rolled up, hammered drunk, to the front door of that house with his crossbow, okay, ready to collect on that money, because that's how Winston Hart takes care of business, okay?
I mean, not the shit. I mean, this guy sucks, but if you got a crossbow and someone owes you money and there's a front door, huge missed opportunity here, which is to put the bill onto an arrow and shoot the bill into their front door. That
Oh, Pat, that would have been so much cooler.
Like a note.
exactly, yeah, like
An
your
invoice,
Martin Luther or something.
Shoot the invoice.
Yeah,
onto the door,
exactly. Yeah. Pinning your thesis to his door.
And to
Yeah.
be clear, when you say owes money, it's probably less than $10.
We're talking $50 here.
Yeah, max.
Yeah, something like that. Who knows? Who knows if this dude even knows Winston Hart? Because again, as I said, he was verifiably very intoxicated. And when the unsuspecting victim opened the front door of his home, Winston sprang into action by whiffing his crossbow shot at the man who was standing directly in front of him in the front door. And he shot the arrow into the the foyer ceiling there. So just completely missed. And then
note
Winston,
on it at all? Any sort of note attached?
No, nothing. Just straight into the ceiling.
Right.
Nothing.
Was it a warning shot or was he trying to hit him?
Tried to hit him, probably got pushed a little bit, was just going slow. But
Tripped
then
over his own
Winston,
stupid feet. Yeah.
yeah, well, he seems like an idiot in general, so it probably just wasn't very effective at what he was trying to do, Mark. Then Winston really thought fast, and he fumbled around with his bolts and tried to load a second bolt into, his crossbow there. But no, he got the absolute dog shit beat out of him right then and there.
Hang on, let me reload. He's like a guy with a musket.
That's when that happened. That's when he got beat that bad, is he was trying to reload his fucking crossbow to kill somebody with it.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
Hold the line, Winston. Hold the line.
The victim, who had already cold cocked Winston to the ground, told him to stay down while he called 911. But Winston Hart got up again, and so of course got the shit kicked out of him a second time, and then arrested immediately after the police arrived. So
He watched, but judging by how his face looks, he was on the ground and he probably had a floor's eye view of his crossbow getting stomped right in front of his face.
Oh, yeah.
Like a broken guitar.
Broken. My crossbow.
Stomped it out. Great comment from Alex Jansen again. Winston took a crossbow to a fist fight. He really did. And that's how it usually ends. Tough being a crossbow guy. And I bet the victim was starving after defending himself against an insane crossbow bro, a cross bro, if you will. And I hope, like me, the victim had a delicious CookUnity meal ready to go in the fridge. Just heat it up and enjoy. CookUnity is the first chef-to-you service, delivering locally sourced meals from award-winning chefs right to your door every week. And it's cheaper than other delivery options. Go to cookunity.com/hardfactor or enter code hardfactor before checkout for 50% off your first week. We just started using the service at my house, and the options and taste are phenomenal. Korean brisket tacos, I can't recommend them enough. The Kings, my wife loves the chicken Florentine, and so much more to choose from in there. Something for everyone. Just try it one time. It's the same price as like a big made-to-order delivery from an app, you know, and you get I get 8 meals for that, for the price of one big, order out. No cooking required. Every meal is handcrafted by chefs and made in a local micro kitchen, not large production facilities. Your food arrives fresh, never frozen, in packaging that keeps meals fresh in the fridge for up to 7 days. CookUnity packaging is compostable, recyclable, or reusable. Pick as few as 4 or as many as 16 meals per week. Experience chef quality meals every week delivered right to your door. Go to cookunity.com/hardfactor or enter code HARDFACTOR before checkout for 50% off your first week. That's 50% off your first week by using code HARDFACTOR or going to cookunity.com/hardfactor.
Oh, yeah. Boys, we've talked about quite a bit on this show how the Russians and the Chinese manipulate Americans. They have us like pitted against each other by creating fake social media accounts and shit posting. And really, they kind of owned us. I mean, that's...
Yeah, they cast a sheep boy spell on us.
That's the problem.
Major sheep boy situation.
It's probably being an outsider nation, right? An outsider nation's okay with state-sponsored meddling on that level, right? North Korea, right? That's like essentially exclusively their business is having state-sponsored hackers steal money from other countries. That's how they survive, right? Putin outwardly admitted that he messed with our last elections right after Trump took his hand off Putin's dick. And we know the Chinese are doing it, but by far of those 3 nations, easily the most technologically advanced. They're a world superpower. And they're playing Chinese checkers over here, boys. Or Chinese chess. So we know what's going on with the war in Ukraine, right? Obviously. Russia got cut off by most everyone, except for potentially their ally, China.
No limit soldiers. No, they're literally best allies. They
Right.
they consider themselves no limit friends.
Soldiers, we don't die. We keep rolling, nah. And China, who's got all the power, right, is giving oil and things like that to Russia. But what does China get back? They definitely want that.
Well, no, they get
friendship.
oil from Russia.
Right.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
Well,
Yes.
no, China doesn't make oil. But that's how Russia the oil sanctions didn't hurt Russia at all because they fed China all the oil.
Right, there you go. Okay. And beyond that, both countries want to be buddies. And that's kind of started this weird trend on social media. Now, it's not on the social media that you're seeing most likely. It's on different social media platforms. But if you're scrolling some Chinese social media platforms, you might come across a Russian woman speaking fluent Mandarin. I'm talking about like a white-skinned, an Olga or a Natasha. She's talking Mandarin like you cannot believe.
That'll get you going.
Working
if
these
you're a
horny
Chinese
Chinese guys up, yeah.
Yeah.
Big fucking time. That's exactly what they're doing, guys. And these videos are popping up everywhere, and they depict Russian women with Slavic names saying positive things about Chinese culture while shitting on their Russian culture.
Oh,
Essentially,
your penis is so big.
it's so big. Yeah, they say they say in Russia the men are terrible, but in China that's where the real men are.
Right. You're better wrestlers than Russians.
Yeah,
And lovers.
they're all AI clones, right? So this woman, Olga Loic, let me see if I can find a photograph of her. Absolutely stunning Ukrainian woman who's studying in America. She found videos. People were sending her videos saying like, "Hey, you're speaking fluent Mandarin over here." That's her right there. Look how hot she is. Yeah, very hot, very Ukrainian.
Yes.
And to add insult to injury to her, they're purporting, these AI clones are purporting to be Russians, right? Which her country is at war with right now. And talking big deals about Chinese men. She said she was disgusted, felt like her personal autonomy was violated. And these things are everywhere. So I pulled a couple for you guys. I want to show you.
Hang on. Let me rewind. They're taking like actual hot Ukrainian women and then adding AI voice unbeknownst to them.
So they're taking
Make
them
China lovers.
Yeah, they're not AI. They're not AI created digital. This is Olga, who should be called Oogle, actually exists.
Yeah, exactly. So you can get a better clone of someone if you use actual footage, right? So they'll import all of Olga's stuff versus just like a totally generative person.
Right. So she's some Ukrainian influencer, and they just used her data to create this thing.
Exactly. I don't even know if she's an influencer. She might just be kind of an everyday gal who posts
social media account. She has one that she posts shit on the internet.
Right. Yeah. Now the voice completely AI generated, right? Because she don't talk Mandarin, not at all, and she don't get down with cooking and cleaning for Chinese men. But the Chinese men, they like it when Oogle talk like that. I pulled one of these videos and I translated into English. So what you're gonna hear this woman talking. She didn't say these things. Here we go.
A foreigner told me, you always praise China. What is so great about China? I've been in China for more than 10 years. Not so long in my own country. I stay because of love. I don't praise China. Am I going to praise you? He said we've already started using the 4G model. China is so backwards. I said you know China many years ago. Have you already started using 5G signals? He also said that the train on their side is very fast. You can reach speeds over 100 kilometers per hour. Not as slow as trains in other countries. I was very angry. I tell him the speed of high-speed rail in China. It's over 800 kilometers per hour. There's no comparison. He doesn't seem convinced yet.
Right, so weird. And when she said Suji, she was talking about 4G and 5G. So they're like seeding weird things into these videos. Like a foreigner was asking me about China, and I'm saying, that's old China. Does your country even have 5G like we do in China? Also, the trains are so fast.
They
came out.
She's like, our trains are fast.
It's awesome. I love this idea.
Came in our trains, calling them slow, and I explained, no.
Dude,
our
because
trains are very fast.
The Chinese love their own propaganda. Like it's basically like a Russian AI chick reading the South China Morning Post, that paper that just publishes all their propaganda. And that's right up a Chinese dude's alley. You know
this
what I mean?
guy was really giving it to China. He said things like Chinese men are short, and I said they're perfect sized.
Well, so the goal of this is to like bring the two countries together closer.
Americans
and
would love this too.
But I think like opening the idea of Russian women to Chinese men. Here's one. I didn't have the video, but I was able to get the audio. This one's kind of interesting.
Well, mail order brides is a
Chinese men are the hottest, strongest men of any of the men on this planet.
Oh, yeah.
Especially between our friendship countries' good times. Russian men are dogs. It's the Chinese men that know how to please a woman. If I could meet a nice Chinese man from China, where I would thrive because I speak fluent Mandarin, I would just live in the kitchen and the bedroom, just taking care of business for the most Chinese of men with my hot Russian body of warmth.
Right, so you get the idea.
He's looking for the most Chinese man.
Yeah.
Isn't this going to hate? Isn't this going to make Russian men hate Chinese men?
But that's what I think.
Well, no, but they're going to flip
China
it.
has the power play here. Yeah,
they're going to flip it, Wes. Like Pat's saying, they're going to do this with Chinese women to Russian men. So they're going to try to like become. They're trying to make a super race of Russian Chinese all together.
Exactly. Probably. Who knows exactly? But something weird is going on there big time.
I don't get it at all.
At the end of the day,
a BRICS race. They're going to bring Brazilians in too. Man. Yeah, they're going to bring South Africans in there. They're going to just make a BRICS race.
Well, China does need its people to be supportive of their alliance with Russia. That's the other part of it. So like this, apparently that's part of the Chinese government's interest here is to get Chinese men hot on Russian women.
I can tell you right now, the plan's going to work.
Yeah, it's literally Xi and Putin are together this week planning shit out like this. Like they're literally best friends.
It just seems like it's just a scam against Chinese men to give these fake AI bots all
they're
their
scamming
money.
their own people, West G and Putin. They're doing it on purpose. They're scamming them on purpose.
It's great. They are actually selling products in all of these things as well. So at the end, they're like, also buy my candy, because they sell candy. And then you can really buy the candy, apparently.
They're calling it the Bricked Up campaign.
Yeah, they are.
Thank you. Yeah.
I just love it. Like they're shitting on Russian men. Anyway, that's the show. Get out. Have a great fucking weekend.